Hey guys, this is just a video for near personal reading, so it's just whoever gets the message here, it will be a personal reading for them. Obviously, it just goes out to the general public, so we need to be sort of manifesting a personal reading. If we can't afford them, then they'll come up in the general readings that we do, right? So let's see here. I'm going to break it into 3 as I normally do, and then we're going to take 3 piles and do 3 personal readings. Okay, guys? Okay, so we're going to start with this pile here. The Hermit. This is somebody who's soul searching at the moment due to somebody else's reckless actions. You're obsessing about somebody at the moment. Will they come forward? Yeah, you want to speak to them. My throat chakra being affected here. You want to speak to them, but you're hoping that they'll come forward to you. What you're doing here is trapping yourself in fear, whereas if you were soul searching, we're no longer saying this is somebody else's reckless actions. We get onto the healing path and then start focusing inwards on what needs healing within us. So this is showing that you're really thinking about somebody at the moment. It's like going over every minute detail, like what happened in the relationship. Sometimes it'll be good, sometimes it'll be bad, but it's like constantly all the details that happened and things like that. What the divine's asking you to do here is to soul search, look within at, what was your part in it? Did you get some red flags and ignore them? Did you allow this person to walk all over you? Is it you? We face these tough questions in hermit mode. It's a learning stage here. So you are trying to manifest a text message from them, either using some sort of magic or mantras and things like that. You're really trying to manifest a message here. You're spying on them, trying to figure out what they're doing. I will tell you that this is also reckless actions, because you could be saying, why is my actions reckless? They did whatever to me. But it's more hurtful to yourself, because when we spy on social media, you see a snapshot of time in somebody's life that really isn't that, nobody's that happy all the time. Nobody's having that much fun all the time. But, in our mind, we end up building it up here. So we do have this 8 and 8 here, the Magician there on the reckless actions. So I do see you trying to manifest here communication from them. I feel like there's just this need for answers, but the answers are within you here. Ace of Cups, the Fool, and the King of Cups. So you're hoping that, or even asking, wanting to know, did they ever love me? If they ever loved me, how could they just be ready to walk away and love somebody else? The Ace of Cups, the Fool, the King of Cups there. So you're like, how do they go from loving me to jumping into a next relationship? There's a lot of possibilities here. Like, you could have built them up and changed them as a person. I call that build a bum. Like, sometimes we put so much into somebody, we lose our own worth, and then we end up looking or feeling worthless. So they jump into next relationships. Again, it could be to do with their own worth. It is a general reading, so I want to keep it as general as possible. But I feel like you're questioning how, do they go from loving me to jumping into a relationship and being ready to commit or love another person? Judgment. So you're wishing and you're hoping here on divine timing, like that they see the love that you have for each other, how good it was, all the memories that you're going over here. You're wishing that they look at the same thing and take that step towards you, message you here, be ready to settle down and love you here. the thing about this Nine of Cups, it's the King Midas here. So, you know, King Midas, he wanted everything he touched to turn to gold, and then he realized that his food turned to gold, his daughter turned to gold, you know, his animals and pets turned to gold, everything he loved turned to gold. So what it seems like, you know, we're wishing for might not be the right thing here. This is Jupiter being in effect right now, and it will expand what we're focusing on. But if we're focusing on the Eight of Swords, what will happen is it'll turn into the Nine of Swords, and you could ask, you know, well, why am I, you know, making wishes and they're not coming true? What's happening here is you're focusing on the lack of something or somebody not being with you, not texting you. So then you're magnifying the lack that's in your life, if you like. So the more goodness you're given, it actually turns into something that you don't want, or something that's hurting you, like the King Midas there, Queen of Swords. So we have to, you know, have these healthy boundaries and work our way through that hermit mode, that soul searching, to a point where we have that self-worth, and we're not going to let people cross our boundaries, whether we're ready for love or whether we love them. It's not the way forward to just let people constantly walk all over us, okay? Okay, so let's see. The next deck, I don't know, it just made me want to do this, but I guess somebody needs this personal reading. We're going to take from deck 2 now. Okay, it's all the same deck, but yeah. In deck 2, you've been waiting for somebody to communicate, and that will come. There you go, Ace of Swords. So you've waited a long time for this communication, and you've overcome those spiritual battles, those tests, and you're going to have a breakthrough now in communication. This is something you've wanted for so long, it's almost set in stone. But there was a lot of hard work for you to do, a lot of challenges you faced, harsh truths you faced, and looked within, and really, you know, had to cut through the branches, you know, because I don't think you could see the woods for all the trees. So you're doing like this cutting motion, going through life and really making tough cuts, and you know, you're overcoming this spiritual path. You will have success here on your journey with that Six of Wands. Seven of Cups reversed. Yeah, it's like you've cut out any other options in your life. So even if you wanted to get into a new relationship, you might not be seeing offers coming from other people that you're interested in with that Seven of Cups reversed. 10 of Swords, because you've been dealing with this very difficult cycle. But it's coming to an end. It started with what felt like rejection, the Four of Cups, but actually this was a blessing in disguise that you received, to be able to work on yourself, do the hard things, and, you know, start taking these knives out of your back and start cutting people out who just wasn't there for you, wasn't serving you here. The resolution of difficult times with the 10 of Swords, but it's after the ultimate betrayal, right? So it's been no easy task. 6 of Cups there, the Guardian, and the 7 of Swords. So the 7 of Swords here is no longer about cheating. This is something that's past and things like that. So now up to the present moment, this is about any insecurities that jump into your mind. This is because Mercury is retrograde, Venus was retrograde. It's all mashing together, as we see in the Guardian here. You know, all these alignments at the moment are combining to make you feel maybe a little bit insecure with the 7 of Swords. It's negative thinking. Somebody from your past here is returning. But, you know, with this Guardian, it's about learning to love all of ourselves, and, you know, every single part, even the part that, you know, is a little bit insecure at times. You know, like, I don't look perfect today. Just when we all have one of those days where we feel like, you know, oh, I don't look good today, or I don't feel, you know, my usual sexy self or whatever. But I feel like even a little bit scared to go towards love because you learn via a huge loss and it's taken a huge amount of time. So I feel like you're a little bit wary, a little bit scared, maybe even a little bit doubtful. And it's because you're at the end of this cycle that it starts to feel like, well, we get tired, right? So this is what we're starting to feel here. Queen of Cups, King of Pentacles, and the Four of Wands. So it could be that if you are a water sign or an earth sign, you're going to have this new beginning here. If this middle section is resonating with you, this is showing that these two will have a new beginning here, or you're meeting somebody. If, you know, you're neither of these signs, then it's saying you was overly giving in love and you're working your way up to a King of Pentacles in your ascension. Because the queens, they overly give, but the kings know that not to overgive because it makes you on empty, right? So the King of Pentacles, although he's been through many battles and has many battle scars, many medals for it here, you know, he's no longer going down that path where he's, you know, overly giving. It's like what I call my Capricorns, noble but savage. So people believe you're savage if you don't let them walk all over you. So you're no longer about that, you know. You're about self-worth. You're about building with the King of Pentacles. You're about, you know, being the CEO of your own business and creating that sort of things, health, wealth, happiness. That's the sort of things, if you are neither of these signs and you've been working on ascension here, starting with the 11:11. If that was your wake-up call, this is what you're working towards, this new abundant beginning here. Okay, so yeah, I really like that for somebody. If you've actually done the work, it's okay to be a little bit insecure, but remember to do that mental pruning. You know, do your affirmations, happy, healthy, wealthy, you know, working towards your goals, and understand that everybody who's ever been successful has had to fail multiple times. The most successful people fail the most, because there's no way we can be successful if we're not failing. If we're not going one direction, that's wrong, and taking another direction. We've got to fall to get back up, okay, guys? So don't let any insecurities hold you down. It's okay to not be okay, but don't live there, right? Don't unpack your bags and stay there. Tower. Okay, who's this for? The Tower, King of Swords here, and Nine of Pentacles. Somebody who is single, ready to mingle in these bushes. Somebody's rushing in towards you. They're going to sweep you off your feet here. You're not going to expect it. The Tower, the King of Swords, this is somebody rushing in to be part of your life. You might feel it in the air, like, oh, it's a beautiful day today. I wonder what's going to happen. I feel like something's coming. And this is what we can expect, somebody rushing into your life that you're just not expecting. They might also come into your life. Be careful about like little car journeys and things like that. Because you might have like a car accident or a bump in your car, and you're going to bump into them in some sort of way that might seem like a disaster or sudden event, something like that, but they're coming in very quickly now. Okay, so let's see. This person wants to date you. 10 of Wands, the High Priestess, and the Strength card. So do trust your intuition. You know, if anything is off, just accept it as off, right? But it's time for you to lay down these burdens and spend the rest of your journey with somebody. It's not time to do it on your own anymore. It's time to do it with somebody here. So we can see a soulmate coming around the corner for you here. High Priestess here, that's that Akashic record knowledge. This might be hidden from you, this person who's coming towards you, because a lot of the times if we know that we're gonna, bump into something or something's gonna be crazy. We won't want to learn that lesson, right? So this knowledge might have been hidden from you for a long time. So let's just say you'd be like, well, I don't know who this person is. I've never met them and nobody's interested in me. And then boom, you meet them tomorrow. It's meant to be that way. It's meant to be a surprise. It's part of your life path here, and your experience in gaining knowledge, the knowledge of here, right? But yeah, you've gone far enough on this journey alone. I feel like you've probably faced a lot of towers in your life as well. You might be of a mature age like me, and maybe think that nobody's coming in and this is why it's such a surprise, because it's sweeping you off your feet. Yeah, this love offer is coming with Mars energy for you. 5 of Wands, Knight of Cups, and 3 of Cups. So yeah, we can definitely see here that this is union happening for you guys. Mars brings the changes. So it's this fiery energy, this Leo energy that we can see, quite fiery and passionate and exciting. A wonderful love affair here. 3 of Cups, so this is celebrations, getting together, dates, and meeting up and spending time together. I definitely feel like falling for each other here, but initially this is a romantic love offer. Like I say, this change brought in so that you can halve the burden here. There's no longer 10 wands. It's time to share that burden, that path with somebody. And here they are, this Knight of Cups. So the fiery energy for passion and excitement, and it might start off like, you hit my car, you did whatever, oh my God. Like, it might start off like something heated, but you'll feel like the connection there, something quite, a lot of tension. I will say, guys, there's a lot of tension between you and this person. And then this wheel changes. It goes from anger, because the 5 of Wands is something that's angry or a disagreement that can be easily overcome. And then we see the wheel change that. We see this anger turn into passion and excitement. And then the Empress here, guys. Woo! Yeah, and it definitely turns into wood. It's not one of those readings, Stephanie. So yeah, then this creates this new world. This egg is born. This new world will exist after this. And this is an opportunity not to be missed, guys, with this Ace of Wands, okay? So this is somebody very hot under the collar for you. And wow, they excite me arguing with me like that. Like, whew. That's the sort of energy Venus here, when Venus goes direct, is bringing in love for you. So it might be that it lines up on your natal chart at a certain time. Check your 7th house for long-term relationships, guys. So, wow, I think I like that one the best, right? Somebody coming in and this surprise love affair, somebody sweeping you off your feet that you might not be expecting. You might have just been like, yeah, it is what it is, love. And, I'm on this journey myself. I've got these 10 wands on my back. I'm managing. And then somebody comes in and says, hey, let me carry that for you. Could even be somebody like knocking something in the supermarket and being like, hey, you just banged into me. It starts off like sort of like an annoyance. So you might be having a rough day from all these burdens. And then you meet this person and, this annoyance or anger soon turns into passion and excitement and a lot of fun. I'm not going to say a little bit of fun. I'm going to say a lot of fun for you guys. Good luck.